Good evening, all of you. Welcome to the next lecture of rotational dynamics. In this lecture, we are going to complete the fourth application of horizontal circular motion, and we will proceed ahead with vertical circular motion. So let us revise the things that we have understood till now in the application of horizontal circular motion. In the case of application of horizontal circular motion. The first point that we understood was vehicle taking turn on horizontal road. So the first application was horizontal road. In the case of horizontal road, the surface of the road was horizontal. So the angle of the surface of the road with respect to x-axis was 0 degree. So theta value was equal to 0 degree. So when theta value is equal to 0 degree, we got this V maximum. V maximum was equal to under root of mu s Rg, where V maximum is the maximum safety speed on which a vehicle can be driven on the horizontal road. Mu s is the coefficient of static friction between a rough road surface and rubber tire. R is the radius of the circular track, and G is the acceleration due to gravity. So if you see, this is what, suppose a car. So friction force is required. It is providing necessary centripetal force for circular motion in this case. The second application that we understood was well of depth. In the case of well of depth, the surface was like this. With respect to x-axis, with respect to horizontal, the surface was 90 degree. So the angle was theta, it is equal to 90 degree. The velocity that we calculated was V minimum, and V minimum was equal to under root of Rg divided by mu s. This was the value of V minimum. Okay. The third application that we understood was banking of road. So in the case of banking of road, we calculated three formulas. The first was safety speed. The second one is maximum velocity. Maximum speed of, you can say. The next is minimum speed. The maximum speed is also called as upper limit, while this minimum speed is also called as lower limit. The upper limit, suppose I say Vs, safety speed Vs, the Vs formula, it is what, under root of Rg tan theta. You can see this is what horizontal road, this mu s was variable. This mu s is been replaced by a constant term, that is what tan theta in the case of banking of road. So this is the necessity of banking of road. Why banking of road is required? Um, why banking of road is required? So as to get a constant safety speed. अभी यहाँ पे mu s was changing from condition to condition. If suppose oil is present on the road, so oil present रहेगा तो mu s का वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगा, कम हो जाएगा. V max का वैल्यू भी कम करना पड़ेगा. So ये जो mu s का वैल्यू है, it has been replaced by tan theta, where theta is the angle of banking. So what is theta? Theta is an angle of banking. What is the angle of banking? Angle between horizontal surface and bank surface. So this is what a bank surface and horizontal surface. This angle it is called as theta. This is the diagram of angle of banking. Now if you see in the first case, theta was equal to 0 degree or for horizontal road, and for well of that theta it is what, 90 degree. Theta it is what, 90 degree. And what about this? In the case of banking of road, the value of theta, it is between 0 degree and 90 degree. That means theta it is what? What an acute angle. Okay. So theta it is between 0 degree and 90 degree. So there will be what two speeds will be present, maximum as well as minimum. 0 के लिए सिर्फ maximum, 90 के लिए सिर्फ minimum. और 0 और 90 के बीच में there will be two speeds, maximum speed and minimum speed. So V max was denoted by V2 and V minimum was denoted by V1. So what was the value of V2? The terms Rg is there. Instead of tan theta, nearest term is also added. So ये maximum है. Maximum है इसका मतलब tan theta plus numerator में क्या रहेगा plus mu s divided by denominator में क्या रहेगा 1 minus mu s tan theta. Okay. And ये वाले केस में मिनिमम वाले केस में यहाँ पे क्या रहेगा अंडर रूट ऑफ अगेन सेम टर्म्स आर जी. नेक्स्ट क्या रहेगा tan theta. नेक्स्ट क्या रहेगा mu s. Then there will be what 1 mu s tan theta. अभी ये क्या है मिनिमम. मिनिमम स्पीड इसका मतलब न्यूमरेटर में क्या रहेगा माइनस. न्यूमरेटर में माइनस है तो डिनोमिनेटर में क्या रहेगा प्लस ऐसा. So you understand, you remember the formula like this. Okay. Now this is what 0 degree. This is what suppose 30 degree. Next we will draw a 45 degree line suppose. So this is what 45 degree. Next we will draw, this is what suppose 60 degree. Next this is what 90 degree. Or you can draw this is what suppose 75 degree. Okay. So these are the various angles. Now what is to be note, what is the node point in this line is from 0 to less than 45, not equal to 45. मतलब 90 or 39.9 degree तलक. What velocity is important? V max is important. What is important? V max is important. So V max is important in this case. V minimum is also there, but ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या important है? V maximum is important. In another case, if you say from 45 degree से लेके 90 degree तक, what is important? V minimum is important. Okay, V minimum is important, and V maximum is also there, but that is not that much important. ठीक है. और जैसे जैसे ये वैल्यू आगे बढ़ते जाएगा V minimum का इम्पोर्टेंस लेवल बढ़ते जाएगा. 90 डिग्री पे देर इज ओनली सी 90 डिग्री पे देर इज ओनली V minimum. तो 90 डिग्री पे सिर्फ V minimum रहेगा. ओके, V maximum नहीं रहेगा. एंड 0 डिग्री पे अगर आप देखोगे तो 0 डिग्री पे सिर्फ V maximum है. So at 0 degree you will get only V maximum. There won't will be any V minimum. And between 0 degree and 90 degree there will be V maximum, V minimum both will be present. But the importance level of which velocity it will increase or decrease that depends on the angle. Okay, that depends on the angle. Are you getting or not? तो जैसे जैसे एंगल कम होते जा रहा है V max का importance बढ़ते जा रहा है. जैसे जैसे एंगल बढ़ते जा रहा है वैसे वैसे V minimum का importance बढ़ते जा रहा है. So that is the situation that you should know in this. Okay. Any doubt till now? Then the fourth application that we will be studying that is called as conical pendulum. तो conical pendulum आज हम start करेंगे अभी. ठीक है. लिख लो इतना लिख लो फटाफट.
सर हम लोग लिखे.
लिखो सब लोग लिखो. So I hope you have completed writing this all things, right? So let us move ahead. I'm erasing the page. So this is done, I think. Okay. Next is conical pendulum. So what is called as, first of all, what is called as pendulum that we should understand. What is called as pendulum? What is ideal pendulum? What is called as simple pendulum? And then we will see what is called as conical pendulum. So pendulum, it is nothing but you can see an arrangement, right? In which there is what a rigid support is there is what a string is there, right? And there is what a bob. So this is what a bob is present. And this bob will move to and fro about its mean position. So this is called as what a pendulum. What this is called as pendulum. But if you say what is an ideal pendulum? What is an ideal pendulum? Okay, and ideal pendulum means what? Term. Ideal means what? A term that we cannot achieve, right? So how to get the requirement of the ideal pendulum? Practically, how to get this? Okay. So ideal pendulum, practical pendulum. Now practical pendulum, it is nothing but what simple pendulum. Practical pendulum, it is nothing but what simple pendulum. Okay. So what are the various requirements of ideal pendulum? The first requirement is, yes, anyone? What is the requirement? Anyone? No. पेंडुलम में क्या क्या होता है, क्या चाहिए?
Massless elastic string
Okay, massless elastic string.
for ideal pendulum.
Okay, तो आइडियल पेंडुलम में massless elastic string ऐसा बोल रहे हैं. ओके, होना चाहिए. और बताओ, और कुछ पता है?
सर बॉब
बॉब होना चाहिए आइडियल पेंडुलम में. ठीक है, और
Rigid support.
रिजिड सपोर्ट होना चाहिए. ओके, ये डायग्राम देख के बता रहे हो क्या साइड में?
हाँ चलो डायग्राम देखे होगा.
अच्छा, तो स्ट्रिंग हो गया, बॉब हो गया, रिजिड सपोर्ट हो गया, और कुछ नहीं चाहिए, तीन ही चीज दिख रहे हैं वहाँ पे. चलो ठीक है, तो पढ़ते हैं अच्छे से. व्हाट इज आइडियल पेंडुलम? द फर्स्ट रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ आइडियल पेंडुलम इज द सपोर्ट शुड बी the support should be perfectly rigid. The support should be perfectly rigid. Okay, the support should be perfectly rigid, and you know that perfectly rigid and perfectly elastic and perfectly plastic bodies, they does not exist in nature right now. Rigid should the support should be perfectly rigid, और ये perfect वाला term nature में exist ही नहीं होता. So practically अभी हमको क्या करना पड़ेगा to achieve this? This is the first requirement of ideal pendulum, that support should be perfectly rigid. कुछ भी हो जाए support नहीं टूटना चाहिए, ठीक है? That is the meaning of perfectly rigid. पूरा एक्सपेरिमेंट ये स्ट्रिंग टूट जाए, बॉब टूट जाए, बट रिजिड जो सपोर्ट है that should be और perfectly rigid. Okay. Next is the string should be massless. The string should be massless, inextensible. इनएक्सटेंसिबल मतलब यहाँ पे देखो इलास्टिक स्ट्रिंग बताया मुझे किसी ने, सो इलास्टिक नहीं होना चाहिए वो, दैट शुड बी इन इलास्टिक, इलास्टिक स्ट्रिंग नहीं होना चाहिए। इलास्टिक स्ट्रिंग मतलब अगर वो स्ट्रिंग को अगर हम वेट अप्लाई करेंगे तो वो लंबा हो जाएगा, राइट, वो स्ट्रिंग लंबा हो जाएगा, सो ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, इट शुड बी व्हाट इनएक्सटेंसिबल स्ट्रिंग। ओके, so the string should be massless, inextensible, और कुछ प्रॉपर्टी है स्ट्रिंग का, twistless, right? The string should be twistless, क्योंकि अगर ये स्ट्रिंग को अगर ट्विस्ट आ जाएगा, यहाँ पे ट्विस्ट आएगा स्ट्रिंग को, तो उसका लेंथ क्या होते जाएगा, इफेक्टिव लेंथ उसका कम हो जाएगा। तो ये स्ट्रिंग को अगर ट्विस्ट आ गया तो उसका जो ओरिजिनल लेंथ रहेगा वो ओरिजिनल लेंथ क्या हो जाएगा, कम हो जाएगा, राइट? सो इट शुड बी और ट्विस्टलेस, the string should be massless, inextensible, twistless. Okay, the third requirement is the weight attached should be very high, but point dimension. समझा ये थर्ड पॉइंट मतलब जो भी वेट आप अटैच करने वाले हो वो एकदम पॉइंट जैसा होना चाहिए। ओके, और ये पॉइंट का वेट बहुत ज्यादा होना चाहिए, ठीक है? द वेट अटैच शुड बी वेरी हाई बट पॉइंट इन डायमेंशन। ओके, so it should be point in dimension, right? So this is the third requirement of ideal pendulum. And next is fourth requirement. The fourth requirement is the mass. This is what the mass which is attached, the mass should perform, linear SHM. The mass should perform linear SHM. SHM मतलब simple harmonic motion, इसका मतलब oscillation, मतलब vibration, right? So जो भी मास है, ये जो मास अटैच है, अगर सपोज हम लोग पेंडुलम की बात करें तो दिस व्हाट अ पेंडुलम, यहाँ पे स्ट्रिंग है तो मास कैसे जाएगा, ऐसे जाएगा ना, कर्व पाथ में मूव होगा ना मास। लेकिन आइडियल पेंडुलम क्या कहता है कि वट एवर मे बी द अरेंजमेंट, ये जो मास है इट शुड मूव अलोंग दिस लाइन। ओके, ऐसे लीनियर मोशन होना चाहिए, लाइन वाला मोशन होना चाहिए। समझ रहे कि नहीं सबको, राइट? ये व्हाइट कलर का दिख रहा है ना ब्लैक बैकग्राउंड में, अरे आवाज आ रही है सबको? ओके, चलो ठीक है। So this is what the mass should be. Mass should perform what linear SHM. This is the fourth requirement. Now, how we can achieve this practically? So practically हम क्या करते हैं? Practically we do an arrangement like this. So यहाँ पे rigid support की जगह पे we consider what a hook. So high density hook we consider. So this what a high density hook. इसके ऊपर हम लोग thread को बांध देते हैं. Okay. We consider thread instead of string. What we consider is thread. सो थ्रेड और रिजिड ये जो सपोर्ट के हिसाब से अगर टूटना है तो कौन टूटेगा? थ्रेड, राइट ना? दैट मीन्स दिस हुक इट विल बी व्हाट परफेक्टली रिजिड फॉर दिस थ्रेड, and there will be a presence of what bob. So this is what a bob which is present at the bottom, right? So this is the arrangement of simple pendulum. So the support should be perfectly rigid. So what we do, high density metallic hook is considered. High density metallic hook is considered for rigid support, right now. So this will meet the first requirement that the support should be perfectly rigid. The second requirement is the mass should be the string should be massless, inextensible, twistless. तो ये सब प्रॉपर्टी massless, inextensible और twistless ये थ्रेड की होती है, राइट ना. थ्रेड का मास अगर आप कंसीडर करोगे विद कंपेयरिंग विद द स्ट्रिंग, तो थ्रेड का मास क्या रहेगा, बहुत ज्यादा कम रहेगा, राइट. और इनएक्सटेंसिबल है थ्रेड. थ्रेड को अगर हम वेट अप्लाई करेंगे और उसको खींचेंगे तो थ्रेड लंबा नहीं होता, मेटल लंबे हो जाते, राइट ना. सो थ्रेड जो है इट इज व्हाट इनएक्सटेंसिबल. और अगर थ्रेड के ऊपर ट्विस्ट भी आ गया, सपोज गलती से ट्विस्ट भी आ गया थ्रेड के ऊपर, तो जितना ये जो स्ट्रिंग जो है मास इसका ट्विस्ट की वजह से जितना लेंथ कम होता है थ्रेड का उतना लेंथ कम नहीं होगा, राइट ना. सो वी कंसिडर थ्रेड फॉर दिस. सो थ्रेड इज कंसिडर्ड for second point. The string should be massless. So thread का mass बहुत कम होता है. Inextensible. Thread is inextensible. Twistless. अगर twist आया so there is no effect on length due to this thread. Okay. Next is the weight attached should be very high, but point. It should be a point mass. Okay. So we consider what? We consider bob for this. So bob. What is bob? High density. High density metal. High density metallic sphere, it is used as what a point mass. Okay, तो high density है इसका मतलब उसका dimension क्या रहेगा, कम रहेगा. Okay, and उसका weight भी क्या रहेगा, ज्यादा रहेगा, because it is what high density. So high density metallic sphere is considered, that is called as Bohr. And the next is how to get this. The mass should perform linear SHM. Linear SHM मतलब it should move to and fro about its mean position. Okay, and और वो भी in what a straight line. So mass should be perform linear SHM. Now how it will perform linear SHM? For this we consider the length of thread is increased and a very small angular displacement is given. And a very small angular displacement is provided. Okay. So you got this or not? So thread का length it is what increased. तो अगर ये thread बहुत ज़्यादा लंबा होगा, right? So like if you say this is what a rigid support, अगर ये thread बहुत ज़्यादा लंबा होगा और ये जो angular displacement है, this angular displacement it is very less. This angular displacement is very less. So you don't think this is going to move? The bob is going to move just along a straight line. So the bob will move along a straight line. It will perform what linear SHM. So the length of this pendulum it is what increased and a very small angular displacement is provided such that it will perform what linear SHM. So this was all about the ideal pendulum. Ideal pendulum ये सारे properties रहना चाहिए ideal pendulum में. और practically ये सब possible नहीं है, तो हम कुछ दूसरा arrangement करते हैं such that it is made practical, and these are the ways in which the ideal pendulum requirements are met, and that is called as what simple pendulum. You can say simple pendulum. Why? Because there is no motor is attached. No motor is attached on this pendulum. So this is called as what simple pendulum. Okay. चलो complete कर लो इसे पूरा लिख लो. So completed writing this. Okay, let us move to the next page. That will be the definition of a pendulum, the ideal pendulum, conical pendulum, simple pendulum, all the definition. Let us. So first is what is pendulum? So what is pendulum? A tiny mass. A tiny mass means what? A bob. Okay, assumed to be a point object, or it is also called as bob. So bob is connected to a long, flexible, massless, inextensible string. Flexible means twistless. Okay, and suspended to rigid support. It is called as what? A pendulum. So what is a simple pendulum? A pendulum in which the string is made to oscillate in single vertical plane is termed as what? Simple pendulum. So in the case of simple pendulum, the string, it is going to move in a vertical plane like this. Suppose this is what a rigid support, then this is what the string and the bob is there. So this bob is going to move to and fro about its main position, just going to move to and fro about its main position. और ये जो string है, ये string ये एक ही प्लेन में होगा, वर्टिकल प्लेन में ही होगा. ओके, जैसे आपके लैपटॉप या कंप्यूटर या मोबाइल स्क्रीन पर ही ये जो स्ट्रिंग है, इट इज गोइंग टू मूव. ओके, बट in the case of conical pendulum, what is going to happen is conical pendulum में the same arrangement will be there. This is what a simple pendulum arrangement. Same arrangement will be there. This will be what a length of the string is this. This is what a bob is attached. Now, instead of releasing this bob, ये bob को हम ऐसे ही release कर देंगे, then it will move to and fro about its main position. But हमें ऐसे release नहीं करना, हमें उसको horizontal push देना है. So if suppose a horizontal push is given, so this bob, it is going to perform circular motion, horizontal circular motion like this. And what the string it is going to perform? The string is going to move uh, along the surface of the cone. Okay, so the string will be tracing what a cone-like structure. So ये जो string है, it will make a cone-like structure. Okay, a three-dimensional cone, such that ये आपके screen से बाहर आ जाएगा ये वाला part. And this will be performing what? This will be performing a conical pendulum. Okay, so what is a conical pendulum? A conical pendulum, it is nothing but a simple pendulum. So a simple pendulum which is given such a motion that the string moves along the surface of the right circular cone of the vertical axis. So string moves along the surface of the right circular cone. This is what a string. ये कैसे move करता है? It moves along the right circular cone. This is called as right circular cone. And the point object performs uniform horizontal circle. So this point object, that means nothing but a bob. So bob क्या perform करता है? Horizontal uniform circular motion. Okay, and this complete arrangement is called as what? Conical pendulum. So this is called as conical pendulum. Write the definitions of pendulum, simple pendulum, and conical pendulum. This conical pendulum definition is important. Okay, this conical pendulum definition is important. Completed?
No.
Okay, so let us move ahead. You should remember the definition of conical pendulum. This is important. Okay, so the next is write a question. Derive an expression for frequency of conical pendulum. Derive an expression for frequency of conical pendulum. Question is derive an expression for frequency of conical pendulum. You can also write another question as derive an expression for time period. Derive an expression for time period of conical pendulum. You know the frequency and time period are reciprocal of each other, right? Or you can say another question or derive an expression for angular velocity of conical pendulum. Angular velocity, it is also called as angular frequency. Angular velocity, it is also called as what? Angular frequency. So they have an expression for angular frequency of conical pendulum. So these are the various ways same question can be asked in various ways. Okay. So what will be the answer? The first point, it will be the definition of conical pendulum. The first point will be the definition of conical pendulum. The second point, from the second point, your actual answer will start. The second point, you are going to write the various terminologies which are present in your diagram. So you have to draw first. This you have to remember the diagram first. What was the diagram? The diagram was consisting of a rigid support, and this was the length of the conical pendulum. See, length of string is different, length of conical pendulum is different. Length of string, it is nothing but small l. Small l matlab jitna string ka length hai. But length of conical pendulum, it is capital L. What is capital L? Capital L is the distance between rigid support and center of gravity of this bob. It is what the distance between rigid support and center of gravity of the bob. The distance between rigid support and center of gravity of the bob, it is called as the length of conical pendulum, and that is denoted by capital L. That is denoted by capital L. So this part is capital L. This part is capital L. Next is, if suppose a horizontal push is given, this is what the vertical line. So what is an angle made with respect to vertical? This is what theta. Where theta, it is called as semi-vertical angle of cone. What theta, it is called as semi-vertical angle of cone. This complete vertical angle of the cone, it is what theta. अगर हम cone बनाएंगे, this is what cone. Okay, so this is called as what vertical angle of cone. लेकिन ये आधा कोन बनाया अभी हमने, right? और इसको हम लोग कह रहे हैं कि this is what theta. So theta, it is what semi-vertical, half angle, semi-vertical angle of cone. Okay. Now this will be given a horizontal push. The bob will be given a horizontal push, and this bob, it is going to move along the circumference of a circle and will be performing a circular motion like this. The bob will be performing a circular motion like this. Bob will be performing a circular motion like this. This will be the center of the circular motion. This is the center of the circular motion, and the distance between these 2 points. The distance between these 2 points, it is nothing but the radius of the circular motion, right? So it will be denoted by small r. This is denoted by small r. The another thing is, this is the height of the. This is nothing but the height of the conical pendulum. So this side is nothing but the height of the conical pendulum. This is denoted by h. And h is the height of the conical pendulum. Okay. Then you should know what are the various forces acting on this bob. So what are the various forces acting on the bob? The first one is the weight of the bob. The weight of the bob, it is in downward direction. So weight is always in downward direction. So this is nothing but the weight of the bob in downward direction. So W, it is equal to mg. This is the weight of the bob acting in downward direction. Next force, we can say there is a tension. Okay, there is a tension. Tension is always directed away from the mass. जो end से आप mass apply करते हो, उसके opposite end पे tension जाता है. So this is the direction of tension. Okay, so this is what tension, and tension, it is denoted by T0. Tension, it is denoted by what? T0. Now you can say this W, it is along negative direction of y-axis. T0, it is an xy plane. So what we can do is we can resolve T0 into two components. Such that one will represent the y-axis component of T0 and another will represent the x-axis component of T0. Okay. So जो y-axis को represent कर रहा है, we have to show where the angle theta is. So if suppose this is theta, this will be theta, right? This is theta, and this is called as what? This is adjacent to theta, so this will be called as T0 cos theta, and this side it will be called as T0 sin theta. That means this will be T0 sin theta. Correct now? So if suppose I want, I can give the name of the triangle. This is what, suppose A, this is B, this is suppose point C. Okay, done? You understood this diagram? So from the diagram, what we can say? So second point is nothing but the application of this, the explanation of this diagram. So what we can say, consider an inextensible, massless string of length small n attached to a rigid support. So rigid support का नाम क्या है? R. So you can write R. Okay. Other end attached to a bob. Other end attached to a bob of mass small n, as shown below. So इतना आपने लिख दिया, फिर आपको डायग्राम बनाना है, ठीक है ना। अभी डायग्राम में बहुत सारी चीजें ऐसे हैं जिसको आपने एक्सप्लेन नहीं किया आपके एक्सप्लेनेशन में, ये डायग्राम के एक्सप्लेनेशन में। वो टर्म है थीटा। सो बोलो थीटा क्या है, व्हाट इज थीटा? थीटा इज कॉल्ड एज, उसके बाद में इसके नीचे लिखना है आपको, डायग्राम के नीचे लिखना है ये सब। सो ऐसे नीचे आपको नोटेशंस लिखना है, नोटेशंस। ओके, नोटेशंस में आप लिखोगे व्हाट थीटा इज, what r is, small r is, what is the value of h, what is called as capital L because you have written small l, then what is t0, this all terms you should know. चलो बताओ एक एक करके, क्या है थीटा, क्या है, what is theta? Semi vertical angle of cone, semi vertical angle of cone. What is small r? Small r is the radius of circular motion. What is capital L? Capital L is length of conical pendulum. What is small h? Small h is height of conical pendulum. Anything remain? G is what? G is acceleration due to gravity. G is what? Acceleration due to gravity. Correct? ठीक है? So from diagram, what you can say? From diagram, what you can say?
Not sir, tension.
Okay, T0 is pending. Okay, T0. Good. So T0 is nothing but tension. Tension in the stem. Next is what you can say from diagram. So from diagram, you can say this. T0 cos theta is balancing the weight of the bob, right? T0 cos theta is balancing the weight of the bob such that the first point it will be on T0 cos theta. It is nothing but what? Balancing the weight of the bob means nothing but what? Mg. And next point is T0 sin theta. It is an unbalanced force directing towards the center. So which force is directing towards the center in circular motion? That is called as centripetal force. This is very much required. अगर कोई object circular motion perform कर रहा है तो उसके पास में कौन सी force होनी चाहिए? Centripetal force होनी चाहिए, ठीक है ना। तो this is what centripetal force directing towards the center. Now force which is directing towards the center, it is centripetal force. और आपको क्या चाहिए? आपको चाहिए angular velocity. Angular velocity मतलब क्या? Omega. So is there any formula of FCP in terms of omega? There are three formulas of FCP, right? So FCP के formulas क्या है? FCP का formula है, first वाला है mv square divided by r. ये हमने use किया था banking of road में because we were interested in velocity. तो उसमें velocity चाहिए था, तो हमने ये formula use किया. Next is m omega square r and next is m omega into v. ये फॉर्मूला हम लोग डेरिवेशन में ज्यादा यूज नहीं करते हैं, ये फॉर्मूला ज्यादा यूज नहीं करेंगे डेरिवेशन में, क्योंकि इसमें ओमेगा भी है, वी भी है। तो अगर वी चाहिए तो वी विल कंसीडर वी का फॉर्मूला, अगर ओमेगा चाहिए तो वी विल कंसीडर ओमेगा वाला फॉर्मूला। सो व्हाट वी वांट इज ओमेगा, सो वी विल राइट दिस m omega square r, we will write fcp it is equal to m omega square r. Okay, so what is next is we will divide equation number 2 by 1. So equation number 2 is getting divided by equation number 1. So equation number 2 divided by equation number 1, what I will get is T0 sin theta divided by T0 cos theta. So what this will be equal to? M omega square r divided by what? Mg, right? Mm will get cancelled, T0, T0 it is the tension, it will be cancelled. And what we are going to get is sin theta upon cos theta. So what sin theta upon cos theta is equal to?
Tan theta.
Okay, so it is tan theta, this will be omega square r divided by g. Now from this diagram you say me what will be the value of tan theta. You tell me what is the value of tan theta. So from this diagram you will consider, from diagram consider the triangle that we
R by H.
ACB we will consider. Okay, so what is tan theta? Tan theta, it is opposite divided by adjacent. Opposite divided by adjacent. What is opposite side of theta? Opposite side of theta, it is small r. What is the adjacent side of theta? It is what? H, small h. So tan theta will be equal to r by h. So we will write r divided by h, it is equal to omega square r divided by g. Such that again r will get cancelled. What we will get the value of g? No, we are interested in the value of omega. So what omega will be equal to? Omega square will be equal to g
G by
divided by h. Okay. So what omega will be equal to? Omega will be equal to under root of g divided by h. Omega will be equal to under root of g divided by h. Okay. तो ये मिल गया अपने को एंगुलर वेलोसिटी मिल गया. अभी सपोज वी वांट फ्रीक्वेंसी. So omega it is equal to what? Omega is equal to 2 pi n. ये फॉर्मूला पता है ना, omega it is equal to 2 pi n. So from this we can write frequency and 1 upon n it is what? T. So time period and frequency are reciprocal of each other. तो अपने को frequency भी मिल जाएगा, time period भी मिल जाएगा, right? In this case. So we will write omega के जगह पे क्या? 2 pi n. तो अगर आपका क्वेश्चन ये है डिराइवल एक्सप्रेशन फॉर एंगुलर वेलोसिटी, तो यहाँ तक लिख के छोड़ देने का और क्या नहीं करते, लिख देने का यहाँ पे दिस इज एन एक्सप्रेशन फॉर एंगुलर वेलोसिटी. This is what 2 pi n. This will be equal to under root of g by h. So what is the value of n? N will be equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root of g divided by h. Okay. What is the time period? Time period is reciprocal of frequency. So 1 upon n it is what? Time period. 1 upon n is what? Time period. This will be equal to, इसका उल्टा हो जाएगा. This will be 2 pi under root of h divided by g. Okay. What we should understand is we cannot get the value of h. We cannot get the value of h. Why we cannot get the value of h? Because h is the height of the conical pendulum and practically we cannot get the value of h. अगर ये pendulum रुक जाएगा, ये string straight आ जाएगा, तो what we can get is the value of capital L. So ये जो h को आपको capital L के terms में represent करना है. So again if you see the diagram, capital L is the opposite side and h is the adjacent side. तो क्या मिलेगा आपको? Cos theta consider करना पड़ेगा because adjacent है and hypotenuse है. So we will write what? We will write again, consider triangle. Consider triangle ACB. So what if you consider triangle ACB, cos theta value it will be equal to adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Such that cos theta it is equal to what is the adjacent side? H. Hypotenuse is what? L. So what is the value of H then? H it is equal to L cos theta. Okay. H is equal to L cos theta. फिर सब values आपको L cos theta के terms में लिखना है. All values you have to write in terms of L cos theta. तो क्या मिला पहले आपको? ओमेगा मिला था, राइट? सो ओमेगा लिखोगे. ओमेगा इट इज इक्वल टू क्या आया था? ओमेगा इट इज इक्वल टू अंडर रूट ऑफ जी बाई एच. सो दिस इज नथिंग बट अंडर रूट ऑफ जी डिवाइडेड बाई एच की जगह पे क्या? एल कॉस थीटा. ओके. नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट? अपने को एन आया था. सो दिस एन इट इज इक्वल टू 1 अपॉन 2 पाई अंडर रूट ऑफ जी बाई एच. तो जी डिवाइडेड बाई क्या लिखोगे? एल कॉस थीटा. नेक्स्ट क्या आया था अपने को? टी. तो टी इट इज इक्वल टू 1 अपॉन एन विच इज नथिंग बट 2 पाई अंडर रूट ऑफ एच बाई जी. एच की जगह पे क्या लिखोगे? एल कॉस थीटा डिवाइडेड बाई जी. सो दिस इज नथिंग बट द वैल्यू ऑफ angular velocity, frequency and time period of a conical pendulum. Okay, so इसका एक screenshot ले लो, then we will see how this is derived in your textbook. Taken the screenshot?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us clear this screen. So this is the diagram in your textbook, the conical pendulum diagram. Okay, so देखते हैं हमारा जो डायग्राम हमने बनाया था उससे रिलेटेड है क्या. दिस इज व्हाट आर. ओके, रिजिड सपोर्ट, करेक्ट. This will be called as the value of capital L. That is nothing but the length of conical pendulum. So this is nothing but capital L. Okay, and this will be the value. This should be the value of H. So let us consider triangle. So in triangle ACB, what we can say cos theta. It is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Adjacent side it is what H, and hypotenuse is what L. So what we have is H is equal to L cos theta. So वही लिखा है यहाँ पे H it is equal to L cos theta, right? Then this value should be the value of R. This should be the value of R. Where R is what radius of the circular track or radius of the circular motion. So this is nothing but small r. Okay. So ये पूरा आपको लिखना है. तो फर्स्ट पॉइंट पता है ना आपको. फर्स्ट पॉइंट क्या रहना चाहिए. फर्स्ट पॉइंट शुड बी डेफिनेशन. फर्स्ट पॉइंट शुड बी डेफिनेशन. सेकंड पॉइंट शुड बी डायग्राम एक्सप्लेनेशन. ओके. एंड थर्ड पॉइंट इज व्हाट डायग्राम. एंड उसके साथ में प्लस जो जो एक्सप्लेनेशन में मिस हो गया, द नोटेशन पॉइंट्स, राइट. एंड द फोर्थ इज नथिंग बट द एक्चुअल डेरिवेशन. तो फोर्थ पॉइंट पे आपको डेरिवेशन स्टार्ट करना है. So from this diagram, what we can say, how many forces are acting on this bob? There are two forces acting on this bob. The first is called as, from the diagram there are two forces acting on the bob. The first is the tension of the string directed towards the rigid support. जिस पॉइंट पे आपने मास अटैच किया है उसके ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में टेंशन हमेशा मूव होगा. ठीक है ना. टेंशन विल बी टुवर्ड्स द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन टू दैट ऑफ मास. तो मास यहाँ पे अटैच किया, टेंशन विल बी इन ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन. इन दिस केस इट इज टुवर्ड्स द रिजिड सपोर्ट. ओके. This can be resolved into two components because it is in xy plane. So the second force, it is what the weight which is vertically in downward direction. Vertically downward direction है, along y axis है, तो इसको resolve करने की जरूरत नहीं है. So weight W is equal to mg of the bob acting vertically downward. Okay. So if suppose this is an angle theta, so ये वाला angle it should be theta. So ये mark होना चाहिए यहाँ पे. This is what theta. This is what theta. Okay. So all of you draw this diagram and write this. So after resolving T0 into two components, we conclude what? T0 cos theta, it balances the weight of the bob, and T0 sin theta, it provides necessary centripetal force for circular motion because it is directed towards the center. So unbalanced T0 sin theta provides the necessary centripetal force. FCT, जो कि हम लोग फॉर्मूला कंसिडर करने वाले m ओमेगा स्क्वायर r फॉर सर्कुलर मोशन. ठीक है. इतना पार्ट लिख लो, हो जाए तो बताना.
सर नोटेशंस कैसे लिखे? आपने सब इरेज कर दिया नोटेशंस।
आपने स्क्रीनशॉट लिया होगा ना?
हाँ ओके, वो देख के बाद में।
हाँ, वो बाद में देख के आप लिख लो। So I think all of you have completed this. We are calculating the frequency formula for conical pendulum. This is the diagram of the conical pendulum. We observed that two forces are acting on the bob, the weight vertically downward, tension acting towards the rigid support. This tension, it is in xy plane, so this can be resolved into two components, T0 cos theta and T0 sin theta separately. Then T0 cos theta was balancing the weight of the bob. So T0 cos theta can be equated to mg and T0 sin theta can be equated to centripetal force because it is directed towards the center, and we can write it as what? M omega square r. So what m omega square r, it is equal to T0 sin theta, and mg, it is equal to T0 cos theta. So if you divide these two equations, T0 sin theta divided by T0 cos theta, T0 T0 will get cancelled, m omega square r divided by mg, mm will get cancelled, and we will get this. First, we are interested in getting the value of omega. So what omega square can be written as? Omega square can be written as g sin theta divided by r cos theta. G sin theta divided by r cos theta. And after that, they have written the value of r cos theta. So from diagram, r cos theta, it is equal to L sin theta. Okay. Now what was the diagram? If you remember, the diagram was like this. This was the height of the conical pendulum. This was the length of the conical pendulum. This was the radius of the circular track. This is theta. Okay. So what we need is the relation between R and L. R, it is what opposite side, L, it is what hypotenuse, side opposite to 90 degree. So opposite and hypotenuse, sin theta term will be there. So sin theta, it will be equal to opposite divided by hypotenuse. Sin theta, it is equal to, what is the opposite side? Opposite side is R, hypotenuse is L. So what is the value of R? R, it is equal to L sin theta. So this is nothing but from the diagram we are getting R is equal to L sin theta. So in the R equation, we will substitute, instead of R, we will substitute L sin theta. So sin theta will be cancelled, and omega square will be equal to G divided by L cos theta. So what will be omega? Omega, it is under root of G divided by L cos theta. But omega, it is equal to what? 2 pi m. So अगर ऐसे पूछा, do you have an expression for angular velocity or angular frequency, तो इसके नीचे बस लिख देने का this is an expression for angular velocity or angular frequency. अगर आपको किसी ने frequency पूछा, so we have to write omega, it is equal to 2 pi m. So what n will be equal to? N will be equal to, so instead of omega we can write 2 pi n. So it will be equal to under root of G divided by L cos theta. So what will be the value of n? N will be equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root of G divided by L cos theta, right? अगर आपको किसी ने पूछा t, so क्या लिखोगे? t, it is equal to 1 upon n. This is equal to what? Reciprocal of this part, 2 pi under root of L cos theta divided by G. Okay, this is an expression for angular velocity. This is an expression for angular velocity. Angular velocity या फिर क्या? Angular frequency. Angular velocity या फिर angular frequency. This is an expression for frequency. And what this is an expression for time period. Remember, what was T0? T0 was tension. T0 was what? Tension. T0, it is what? Tension. And what is capital T? Capital T, it is time period. So दोनों भी अलग अलग है, ठीक है ना? कंफ्यूज मत हो जाओ. कैपिटल टी, इट इज टाइम पीरियड. टाइम पीरियड मतलब कितना टाइम लगाता है बॉब एक सर्कुलर मोशन परफॉर्म करने के लिए, कितना टाइम लगाता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट? टाइम पीरियड. And this is what? Tension T0 that is present in the string. How much is the tension in the string? That is called as what? T0. Okay, and how much is the time required for circular motion? This is called as what? Time period. Okay, so these are the difference between T0 and T. Complete this part. लिखना स्टार्ट कर देंगे. So I think all of you have completed this, right? Let us clear this part. What next is expression if non-inertial frame of reference is considered. Now, I hope you remember what is non-inertial frame of reference. The inertial frame of reference and non-inertial frame of reference. Inertial frame of reference may real forces we consider, and in non-inertial frame of reference we consider pseudo force. Okay, real force plus pseudo force. And in circular motion, if I consider non-inertial frame of reference, then I should consider which force? Centrifugal force. Which force I should consider? Centrifugal force. Then this will be the rigid support. This is the height of the conical pendulum. This is the length, and this is the bob. How many forces are there? There are two forces. The first is the weight acting vertically downward. The another is the tension T0. This can be resolved into two components such that it balances T0 cos theta balances the weight of the bob. And in this case, this is what T0 sin theta directing towards the center of the circular motion. It provides necessary centripetal force for circular motion. Okay, but what should I consider? I should not write centripetal force. I should write is what centrifugal force. Centrifugal force, it is directed away from the center. This is what centrifugal force. Now, what is the difference between centripetal force and centrifugal force? Centripetal force, if I say this is equal to minus of centrifugal force, if you remember. So negative sign indicates they are opposite in direction, and equality sign indicates they are equal in magnitude. And in the calculation of omega n and frequency of conical pendulum, we are not interested in direction. We are not interested in direction. What we want is only magnitude. What we need is only magnitude we need. Okay. So if suppose I consider magnitude, so magnitude of FCP will be equal to magnitude of FCF. Centripetal force का magnitude and centripetal force का magnitudes are same. तो इसका मतलब है कि ये जो FCF है, this FCF can be equated to what? T0 sin theta, right? That means FCF का formula क्या? M omega square R. So again M omega square R will be equated to T0 sin theta, and this will be, we will be having the same value. So we will be having the same value of omega and frequency. So we will be having the same expression. Okay. So there won't will be any change if you consider non-inertial frame of reference in the case of conical pendulum. Okay. So I hope you understood this. Let us see. So this is the diagram now. You can observe this. This is what m omega square r, it is taken in this direction. That is in the direction of centrifugal force. It is taken in the direction of centrifugal force. So if centrifugal force is considered, then also we will get T0 sin theta, it is equal to m omega square r. Okay. Hence the same expression as what previous. So we will be getting the same expression of n omega as well as capital T as what previous equation. Okay. What is the node point? What is the important node point over here? The first point is this is actually this should be t. It is equal to, it should be t. It is equal to t. It is equal to 1 upon n. T it is equal to 1 upon n, and this is the formula of t. That's why I've written t is equal to this. This is the formula of t. T it is equal to 2 pi under root of L cos theta divided by g. Okay, and what is t? Also, it is a reciprocal of frequency. So this is the formula of t. The string cannot be horizontal if the speed is increased. This can be explained as, so if the speed of the circular motion, it is what we are increasing it. We are increasing the speed of the circular motion. We are increasing the speed of the circular motion. So what is going to happen to the semi-vertical angle? The semi-vertical angle will keep on increasing. So this will keep on increasing. The semi-vertical angle will keep on increasing. Okay, but what is written over here? The string cannot be horizontal. That means, if suppose this is the rigid support, this is the vertical axis, the string cannot be horizontal 100%. There won't will be any 90 degree. This is not possible. This is not possible. आप कितना भी स्पीड बढ़ा लो 90 डिग्री कभी भी पॉसिबल नहीं होगा. So क्यों पॉसिबल नहीं होगा? This can be explained as follows. So पहला explanation है that what will be the component of T0. So अगर ये एकदम straight हो गया, this is what a vertical, तो ये string एकदम straight हो गया, so tension it will be in this direction, this will be the tension direction T0, and this will be the weight direction W. It is equal to mg, right? So T0 it cannot be resolved into two components now, because T0 it is along x-axis. Okay, x-axis और y-axis वाले resolve नहीं कर सकते हम. So this cannot be resolved into two components now, which will balance the weight. So this is one reason that we cannot get 90 degree in this. What is the another reason? If suppose theta it is equal to 90 degree, how much is cos 90 degree? Cos 90 degree, it is what? Cos 90 degree, it is 0. Cos 90 is what? 0. So if suppose cos 90 is 0, so theta it is equal to 90 degree. Cos 90 degree, this is what? 0. So what is the value of t then we will get? Time period कितना मिलेगा? Cos 0, so this term is 0, so 0 multiplied by anything is what? 0, so time period we will get as what? 0. If time period is 0, what is the frequency? Frequency is a reciprocal of time period. That means 1 upon 0. 1 upon 0 it is not defined. So frequency it will be what? Infinity. Frequency will be not defined, right? तो ये सारे किससे आ जाएंगे? देखो टाइम पीरियड इज 0, दैट मीन्स कितना टाइम लगाता है सर्कुलर मोशन परफॉर्म करने के लिए, कितना टाइम लगाता है सर्कुलर मोशन परफॉर्म करने के लिए? द आंसर इज 0 सेकेंड. तो ये सर्कुलर ट्रैक में अगर बॉब मूव हो रहा है, सो वो कितना टाइम लगाएगा मूव करने के लिए? सो आंसर इट इज 0 सेकेंड. तो दिस इज नॉट पॉसिबल. कितनी बार मूव हो रहा है ये? कितनी बार मूव हो रहा है 1 सेकेंड में? दैट इज कॉल्ड एज फ्रीक्वेंसी. तो फ्रीक्वेंसी कितना है? इनफाइनाइट. इनफाइनाइट टाइम्स ये मूव हो रहा है. वी कैन नॉट काउंट दिस. 1 सेकेंड में कितना बार मूव हो रहा है? इनफाइनाइट टाइम मूव हो रहा है. So we cannot count this. Again, this is not possible. Getting or not? So theta it is equal to 90 degree is not possible. The first reason is there won't will be any component which balances the weight of the bob. The second reason is this, that we will get frequency not defined, and time period we will get 0. Okay. So the first is there will be no vertical component T0 to balance the weight of the bob. And the second is if T0 it is equal to what? Mg divided by cos theta. If theta it is equal to 90 degree, so cos 90 degree it is what? 0. So how much is the tension? Tension will be infinite, right? Tension will be infinite. Also, what will be the frequency? Frequency it will be infinite. Frequency will be infinite, which is not possible. What is the time period again? Time period will be 0 seconds. Time period will be 0 seconds. T0 is nothing but the tension. So आपने देखा था ना ये वाले केस में, if you observe this, T0 cos theta, it balances the weight of the bob. So what we have is T0 cos theta, it is equal to what? Mg, right? So what is T0 value? It is equal to Mg divided by cos theta. But cos 90 it is what? Cos 90 is 0. So T0 will be equal to 1 upon Mg divided by 0, which is nothing but not defined condition. So T0 it is what? T0 it is infinity. Okay, so these are the possible ways that we won't will be getting if we increase the velocity, if we keep on increasing the velocity, the semi-vertical angle of the cone will be increasing, but we won't will be getting 90 degree, because these are the possible reasons. Okay, तो आपको सारे के सारे रीजन आपको याद रहना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये एंट्रेंस में आ सकता है आपके लिए, ठीक है ना? If theta it is equal to 90 degree, then what are the possibilities that we will get? We will get tension will be infinite, frequency will be infinite, the time required will be 0 seconds, right? There won't will be any component to balance the weight of the bomb. So these are the four reasons. Complete this writing fast.
Mhm.
Yes, any doubt? Any doubt, Sanchi?
No.
Okay, so I hope you have completed. Any doubt in this? किसी को कुछ डाउट है? Okay, so let us move ahead. The next concept is vertical circular motion, what is called as vertical circular motion. Whatever we studied was horizontal circular motion. So in this part, we are going to learn vertical circular motion. What is vertical circular motion? That means the circular motion carried out in vertical plane. This will be vertical circular motion. In this vertical circular motion, we should be concentrating on the 2 points. Okay, the first is this is what A is called as a top position or topmost position or highest position. So this A is called as top position. This will be another position, this B, this will be denoted by B is called as bottom position. And the another position, this is C is called as midway position. So this C it is called as midway position. Okay, so bottom position, top position, and midway position. The object it is moving in vertical circle in anti-clockwise direction. So आपको पता है हमेशा anti-clockwise direction ही consider करते हैं in order to get theta omega values positive, right? Because this is given by what right hand thumb rule. So according to right hand thumb rule, theta omega and majority of the physical quantities will be positive. Now, what is the difference between circular motion and horizontal circular motion? What is the difference between horizontal circular motion and vertical circular motion? If suppose horizontal circular motion, if I say, so horizontal circular motion will be the circular motion in horizontal plane, and vertical circular motion means in vertical plane the circular motion will be. If I talk about ground plane, so this is what the ground plane for both the motion. What is the distance from the ground? If suppose this is the particle positions, the distance from the ground it will remain constant. The distance from the ground plane it will be what constant. So distance will be constant from the ground plane in the case of what horizontal circular motion. लेकिन vertical circular motion में ऐसा नहीं होता. Vertical circular motion में distance keeps on changing. So height of object is variable. And here height of variable is what constant. Height of object is constant in this case. Next is the effect of acceleration due to gravity. The effect of acceleration due to gravity. So from A position, so suppose from A to B, suppose the object is moving in anti-clockwise direction. So A to B, the object is freely falling under the action of gravity. From A to B, gravity is positive. Gravity is positive, that means gravity is enhancing the velocity, or gravity is helping for the vertical circular motion, right? Gravity इसको help कर रहा है particle को नीचे आने के लिए. And this from B to C and then C to A, the gravity is opposing this motion. Okay, so from A to B, sorry, from B to C, then from C to A, gravity we can consider this is what gravity is what negative. That means gravity is opposing the motion. तो इसका मतलब ये वाले direction में the speed is what speed is increasing. तो ये वाले direction में speed is increasing, velocity is increasing. और ये वाले direction में B to A वाले direction में the velocity component it will be decreasing. But again, if you see horizontal circular motion, the G term it is what constant. So gravity it is what constant. So gravity is what constant in this horizontal circular motion. ग्रेविटी हेल्प भी नहीं कर रहा है, एनहांस नहीं कर रहा है उसको, सर्कुलर मोशन को हेल्प नहीं कर रहा है, ना उसको डिक्रीज कर रहा है, राइट? So the velocity is what does not depends on height, and it does not depends on gravity in the case of horizontal circular motion, but in the case of vertical circular motion it depends on height as well as gravity. Okay, so this is the difference between horizontal circular motion and vertical circular motion. So what we can say is from A to B, from A to B, velocity it is what increasing. Velocity is increasing. So what about kinetic energy? Kinetic energy it is given by half mv square. What is the formula of kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. So if velocity is increasing, what about kinetic energy? Kinetic energy also increases. Right now. On the other hand, from A to B only, so from A to B only, the height of the object is what decreasing. So height of the object it is what decreasing, right? So if height is decreasing, the potential energy term will be there. What potential energy? It is equal to mgh. So if height is decreasing, the potential energy it will be, again it will be decreasing. So from A to B, kinetic energy increases, potential energy decreases. From B to C, then from C to A. So from B to C, then A. What about height? Height is what? Height term it is what increasing. Height of the object with respect to ground it is what increasing. So if height is increasing, what about potential energy? Potential energy also increases. So height increases, potential energy increases. But on the other hand, the acceleration ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी, ग्रेविटी क्या कर रहा है? ये मोशन को अपोज कर रहा है, ऊपर जाने के लिए ग्रेविटी क्या कर रहा है? अपोज कर रहा है. So the velocity term it decreases. The velocity decreases, so kinetic energy decreases. Right now. So from top to bottom, kinetic energy increases, potential energy decreases. But from bottom to top, potential energy increases, kinetic energy decreases. So these are the things. This you should remember. Next is, what are the various forces acting on this object? So the first force acting is the weight of the object, which is always vertically downward. So this is nothing but the weight of the object, which is again vertically downward. So सब cases में the weight of the object will be vertically downward. So W it is equal to mg vertically downward in all the cases. W it is equal to mg vertically downward in all the cases. So weight the term, forces acting on object. So first is nothing but the weight, and this weight it is what? The weight it is what? Constant throughout. Weight is what? Constant throughout. Okay. And the next force is it is nothing but the tension in the string. Okay, if suppose this is what the center, if suppose this is what the center, then this will be nothing but the tension. Tension will be again, it will be always directed in the direction away from the mass which is attached. Okay, तो जो पोजीशन पे मास अटैच करते हैं, टेंशन हमेशा उसके ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में होता है. So this is what tension, this is what tension, this is what tension at point C, and this is what tension at point A. So tension at point A it is called as TA, the tension at point B it is called as TB, and tension at point C it is called as TC. So second is what? The second is nothing but tension. And tension, the weight is constant, but tension it is what? Variable. You can say that at the topmost position the tension will be minimum, and at the bottom position the tension will be maximum. Okay, and also the direction of the tension it is also changing. So magnitude as well as direction it is what? Changing. Magnitude भी change हो रहा है and direction भी change हो रहा है. Okay, so this is all terms that you should remember in vertical circular motion. ठीक है, इसका screenshot ले लो, then we will see कि vertical circular motion में क्या हो रहा है. Okay, so आपको अभी easy हो जाएगा पढ़ने के लिए vertical circular motion. Screenshot ले लो इसका. ले लिया screenshot? स्क्रीनशॉट ले लिया सबने? ओके, let us move ahead. So what is vertical circular motion? Whenever a particle moves along the circumference of a circle in vertical plane is said to be performing vertical circular motion. किसी को याद है यूनिफॉर्म सर्कुलर मोशन का डेफिनेशन क्या था? यूनिफॉर्म सर्कुलर मोशन वाज whenever a particle whenever a particle moves along the circumference of a circle was said to be performing circular motion. अगर यहाँ पे आ जाता विद कांस्टेंट स्पीड तो वो हो जाता यूनिफॉर्म सर्कुलर मोशन का डेफिनेशन, बट यहाँ पर है whenever a particle moves along the circumference of a circle, अगर लिखा in vertical plane then it is said to be performing what? Vertical circular motion. Vertical circular motion का शॉर्ट फॉर्म क्या है? VCM. VCM मतलब vertical circular motion, UCM मतलब uniform circular motion. So in VCM, generally three positions of the particle we consider. Namely we will write top position, bottom position, and midway position. तो आपको पता है ये सारे positions क्या है, right? So this is the object which is performing vertical circular motion in anti-clockwise direction. Okay. So there are three positions that we should consider. A top position will be called as A, the bottom position will be called as B, and the midway positions will be called as C. आप देखोगे कि what are the various forces acting on this object. The first force is what? The weight, which is always constant. The value it is what? Mg, and उसका direction भी हमेशा same है. It is directed in the downward direction. And the next is the tension. The tension it is always towards the center. Okay, that means away from the mass. Tension is always away from the mass. Okay, लिख लो इतना, complete करो.
डायग्राम भी बनाने का ना?
डायग्राम भी बनाओ, डायग्राम बनाओ. डायग्राम में आप और एक चीज बना सकते हो, दैट इज नथिंग बट द वेलोसिटीज एट डिफरेंट पोजीशंस. तो ये वाले पोजीशन पे वेलोसिटी इट विल बी लाइक दिस. ये वाले पोजीशन पे वेलोसिटी इट विल बी इन डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन लाइक दिस. टेंजेंट बनाना, राइट? टेंजेंट टू द सर्कल एंड इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ सर्कुलर मोशन. सो ये वाले पोजीशन पे वेलोसिटी ये है, ये दिस इज व्हाट वेलोसिटी. ये वाले पोजीशन पे दिस इज द वेलोसिटी. So suppose topmost position पे velocity it is denoted by v1, so this will be called as v1. v1 or va, okay, velocity at top position. ये वाले केस पे this will be v2 and this will be called as vb. v2 या vb, okay, दोनों भी एक ही है. v2 या फिर क्या vb. ये वाले position पे this will be called as v3 and this is also called as what? v3 can also be written as what? vc. Okay, ये वाले पोजीशन पे भी सेम रहेगा. दिस विल बी और v3 और vc. ठीक है. तो जैसे जैसे पॉइंट ए से पॉइंट सी देन बी की तरफ आएगा, नीचे आएगा पार्टिकल, अगर सपोज नीचे मूव होगा तो उसका वेलोसिटी बढ़ते जाएगा. तो v2 सबसे बड़ा रहेगा, v2 सबसे बड़ा रहेगा. देन जब v2 बी से लेके सी तरफ जाएगा तो उसका स्पीड थोड़ा कम हो जाएगा. देन सी से ए की तरफ जाएगा तो स्पीड और भी कम हो जाएगा, राइट? सो v1 का वैल्यू सबसे कम रहेगा, v2 का वैल्यू सबसे ज्यादा रहेगा. ठीक है. कंप्लीटेड ड्राइंग दिस.
सर V3 एक वाला फास्टेस्ट रहेगा ना, एक V3।
ये वाले पोजीशन से जब भी निकलेगा ऑब्जेक्ट फ्रॉम पोजीशन, तो इसका स्पीड धीरे धीरे बढ़ते जाएगा, बढ़ते जाएगा, बढ़ते जाएगा, बढ़ते जाएगा, बढ़ते जाएगा, लाइक दिस।
उधर
ये वाले
फास्टेस्ट रहेगा।
पोजीशन पे, ये वाले पोजीशन पे वेलोसिटी विल बी फास्टेस्ट, ये वाले पोजीशन पे काइनेटिक एनर्जी विल बी मैक्सिमम। ओके,
यस।
फिर ये काइनेटिक एनर्जी कम होते जाएगा, काइनेटिक एनर्जी विल बी स्टार्टेड कन्वर्टेड इनटू पोटेंशियल एनर्जी। ये वाले पोजीशन पे काइनेटिक एनर्जी विल बी मिनिमम एंड पोटेंशियल एनर्जी विल बी मैक्सिमम। ओके, तो वापस से ये आएगा, काइनेटिक एनर्जी विल कीप ऑन इंक्रीजिंग, ये वाले पोजीशन पे काइनेटिक एनर्जी मैक्सिमम, तो उसका स्पीड भी मैक्सिमम। ओके, कंप्लीटेड।
2 मिनट रुको सर।
Okay. So let us see what is next. So what we understand is when particle moves from position A to position B. So ऊपर से नीचे आ रहा है position A to position B, the velocity it is what increasing. Its velocity increases due to gravity. So if velocity increases, then which energy increases? Kinetic energy. So hence kinetic energy increases. Lekin on the other hand, what we have is the height value is what decreasing. So on the other hand, height is decreasing, so that will result into decrease in potential energy. Its height decreases, resulting into decrease in what? Potential energy. Okay. And also, while moving from bottom to midway, then top position, from B to C, then A, the velocity it decreases because gravity is what opposing the motion, so kinetic energy will decrease. Lekin on the other hand, what the height will increase and the potential energy will increase. So kinetic energy decrease, potential energy increase. Kinetic energy decreases and potential energy increases. So can we get a uniform vertical circular motion? Uniform मतलब constant speed. Okay, बताओ मुझे आंसर दो, फिर हम लोग लेक्चर कंक्लूड करेंगे. Can we get a uniform vertical circular motion? Uniform मतलब constant speed. So can a vertical circular motion can be of constant speed? मिल सकता है क्या कभी? कोई केस, कोई पोजीशन, कोई सिचुएशन?
No.
Okay, so कमेंट में आंसर आए हैं बहुत सारे एंड द आंसर ज़्यादातर नो के हैं. ठीक है, सो सबके सब आंसर नो के हैं. We cannot get uniform vertical circular motion according to you, but according to me we can get the uniform vertical circular motion. ठीक है ना? So the answer is yes. If the vertical circular motion is controlled by a motor, so if suppose a vertical circular motion is controlled by a motor, for example, your clock hands, ठीक है ना, minute hand, second hand, hour hand, इसके जो tip है, it move in what vertical circle पे move हो रहा है, right? और they are controlled by what a motor, such that it is what uniform circular motion. This is what a uniform circular motion. So we can get uniform vertical circular motion if the circular motion is controlled by motor. So this can be a situation. Okay, so we can get uniform. How many forces acting on the particle performing vertical circular motion? There are two forces. One is what weight, another is what tension. The weight is constant with respect to magnitude as well as direction, but the tension is what changing with respect to magnitude as well as direction. So weight of the particle will remain constant and tension in the string will changes periodically with the time and position. Okay, so this is nothing but the forces acting on particle which is performing vertical circular motion. So इतना slide लिखो, इतना slide complete करो, and those who have completed can leave the lecture. Okay, if you have any doubt you can ask me. Thank you so much.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye.